See, I don't rap to get rich. Shit, I got rich to rap. Every verse I spit, I put my click on the map. The definition of fly sent from the heavens above. They treat me like a Greek god when I step in the club.
And I go Hercules in that bitch. Hercules in that bitch. Hercules in that bitch.
Basically, want to get to it, you know what I mean? Get to know a little bit more about you. So let's start from the beginning. Basically, when did you start rapping?
See, probably when I was like 12 years old. That's when I really, I started writing on a very serious level.
Right. So what or who inspired you?
It was a lot of things. I know. It's sad as it sounds. It's like when I see Master P make him say video.
Yeah.
It's like, 'cause I was really into basketball back then. That really got me intrigued. And then we were just watching some station all the time. It was called The Box. That used to play music videos all the time. Me and my brother, we just got hooked on hip hop.
In MIA, right? The Box, right?
Yeah, I was actually in Coral Springs at the time.
Okay.
Yeah, but that's about like an hour, maybe a little less than an hour from Miami though. Yeah,
Oh.
It was like a South Florida station though. Yeah.
All right, most definitely. So what inspired you to choose the name Bezz Believe?
It was really just my real name is Brad, so I just brainstormed something with a B that was just really catchy that I thought would stick, and I wrote down a list of like 100 names and just kept narrowing them down, and then it just went to that. I was like, I like that one.
Definitely, man. And that, I guess, basically it had more meaning to it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Okay, most definitely. So, all right, I read your bio, and I see that you studied creative writing at Florida Gulf Coast University, and basically, how has that helped you in terms of making music?
It really helped a lot. That was one of the only college courses that I could say that was truly inspirational for me, I think, because the teacher, he was a really good teacher too. He taught us just start seeing life with your senses, like, you know, your sight, your feel, your hearing, like walk around like everything's poetry in motion. So I started walking around just like, I see red trees, I hear the traffic coming. So then when you write, you start beginning to get more detailed in your writings.
Yeah, really in tune with it. Definitely now. I also see that while you were at FGCU, you also had an internship with the local hip hop station down there, 105.5 The Beat. What impact did that experience have on your career goals?
That was cool. I mean, it definitely opened my eyes that probably I didn't want to work for radio, like as a hardcore career. Like I might, would love to probably do it just for fun, as a side thing, maybe for a little bit.
Right.
But I wasn't sure about a full-time career because it's just not about the music, and it's unfortunate. Well, once so much business and politics get involved, it takes all the fun and enjoyment out of everything.
Yeah, man, I understand that is. So basically, you relocated to Orlando in 2011, right? Would you say it's been beneficial to your music career?
Yeah, it's been really beneficial because it was a totally different environment, a bigger city with more opportunity for music. Like in Fort Myers, I was like the only one doing it there, which was a good and a bad thing because I felt like I was at like a creative pinnacle because I wasn't going to clubs hearing all the garbage that's out right now, and there was no one swaying me in a certain direction, so I was just in my room hanging out in the woods writing, but I had nowhere to get my music out to because it's like that's when still hip hop was not as mainstream,
Right.
where you couldn't just give it to people who are not the usual demographic, and they wouldn't embrace it right away because they were like, what's hip hop, kind of,
Yeah. It's much more open now.
Yeah, exactly.
Now, what do you like most about being a rapper?
Creating music and writing to having an outlet to express myself, because I know without it I would definitely be I would do negative things. I'd end up in trouble because it's like, if I'm feeling pissed off or whatever type of emotion, I go straight to writing, and it always gets me through it. I'm always happy again.
No doubt. So what do you like least about rapping?
The politics, the corruption in the industry, the payola, the whackness, the not that I'm homophobic, but it's like the gay agenda, it's just like everything that's wrong about music that's being glamorized right now.
Yeah, no, I feel you on that. Now, what song of yours are you most proud of?
I'd probably say that's out right now is a track called "Just Believe" because it's like the most positive, the most like positive track that I've had some commercial success with, you know.
Yeah.
And a lot of people hit me up that it's like impacted their life, and you know they go through the same stuff. So I think it's cool.
Definitely, definitely. It's a really good track. The female you had singing on the hook.
I
Definitely.
appreciate that, man.
It's
Thank
real
you.
nice, man. Are there any songs you've done that you wish you had it?
A whole bunch, a lot. You know, and I'm really at that point where I'm shifting creatively in such a more positive direction. So there's a lot of tracks, man, where I say a lot of things that, luckily, it's so long ago that I probably can't get in trouble for.
Yeah.
But you know, it was stupid of me to glorify those things and put it out on a record. You know, because you're gonna get yourself in trouble. You're snitching on yourself. It's stupid. You know.
I hear that. I hear that. Real talk. Now, what are some of the most difficult hurdles you've come across as a rapper?
Just playing politics and thinking that I had to suck up to certain people because they're gonna blackball me in the game, keep my mouth closed, not speak on the corruption that I see, act like whack shit is hot, you know, just because he's popular, he's more popular than me, so I gotta act like he's cool, so maybe I could get a feature or you know, get down with his camp when they're whacker than me. Why would I pay for a feature from someone who's whacker than me? You know, it's like,
Nah, I feel you.
Yeah.
I feel you. That's what it is, man. So, all right, you recently released your greatest hits as a free download for your fans, which includes songs that go back to your first mixtape, Live from Niagara Falls, all the way up to your newer tracks.
Yeah.
Now, has your music, how has your music changed over the years, really?
it's changed over the years. Like I was saying, like Fort Myers, it's like I was at a creative pinnacle where I was just writing. It was just Live from Niagara Falls was a collection of like stuff from when I was like 16 years old, just the best stuff that I ever wrote.
Yeah.
And I was so free. My mind wasn't filled with all the corruption around me. I wasn't dealing with DJs telling me you got to make songs that sound exactly like everybody else so we could play it, and focusing on trying to get money from it. Then the second one, that's when I really got into that more trap sound, because like I took a trip to Atlanta. I got a hosting from Scream and Smalls.
Yeah.
Everybody was telling me, you just gotta make like some gimmick singles, man, that sound like everybody else. All you need is like 3 tracks on a CD, and just give them out. And there's the artists that work for it, gimmick one-hit wonder rappers that works for it. You have a couple, 3 good singles. But me, I've been like a cult classic type artist who makes, I like making full album styles. So it's like I fell into the trap, really.
Yeah.
And I dumbed myself down, I feel like, a lot in my music. Then Hercules was like a balance of both. It was like, give him some trap, like the Hercules single is obviously hard as fuck, but then I hit him with, Just Believe and More Conscious Records. And then the newest one I'm working on is just gonna be, it's not gonna be like straight conscious, but I feel like every song is gonna have a positive message, and I'm gonna represent something that's gonna impact the world in a great way. And I want to bring back the golden era of hip hop. Like I'm really trying to avoid using trap beats, having anybody whack on my shit, no matter how big their name is. I don't care if you can't rap, you can't be on my mixtape.
Stay true to it now.
Exactly. Even if their name is the #1 right now, I can't rock with it because you're bringing down the quality of the art.
That's what it is. Which brings us right into basically, what are you currently working on?
Just a lot of new tracks, man. Storyline tracks. Just getting more lyrical than ever. Like, I really want to stress, because I'm like, I want to bring back the golden era of hip hop for my last few years of rapping. And then I want to retire after that. I want to relive the golden era for myself and people around me, and then retire after that. Once the new golden era is over, that's when I retire and I go out at the right time. I don't try to conform and start wearing tight jeans and do something I'm not. It's like we have our era where I'm exactly myself and I love it, and then pull out, go out as a legend without dying.
That's what it is. Be yourself.
Yeah.
All right. I know you're all about positive energy and everything. So if a kid walked up to you, asked for your advice, and you had only a few minutes to give them a tip, what would it be?
Definitely find a backup plan to rapping. Do it for the art. Don't expect to make a lot of money off it, because it's not gonna come off your music these days. You're gonna have to find a backup plan in a great hustle that works for you, that you can incorporate your music with. Be like, hey, I'm really popular for music, everybody knows me, now go buy a bottle, you know, or get something affiliated with you that people are accustomed to paying for. Because, you know, once you start focusing on trying to make money off music, you stop liking it, honestly, because you're gonna be doing things that you don't want to do. Because most of the money in the music industry is off scams and ripping off people and just doing shit that you're not gonna be proud of, you know.
It takes the fun out of it.
100%, yeah.
Yeah, man. Well, is there anything else that you'd like to add that we haven't covered?
I'd probably like to say shout out to you guys, man. Shout out to Joe
No doubt.
coming through. I mean, there's not a lot of people doing good interviews around here, so it's like he's definitely raising the bar, asking the right questions.
No doubt.
I guess follow me at Bezz Believe 69, and go to my website www.bezzbelievemusic.com. Maybe buy some shit. You know, pay for music. If you like it, you know, buy it, because I really do appreciate it.
That's what's up. Support local hip hop, man. Always. Definitely. Once again, we were here with Bezz Believe. You know what I mean? It's definitely been a pleasure. We appreciate you having us over here, man, and we look forward to hearing some more of your music. You know,
You
definitely,
already know,
and
man.
keep the positive movement going, man.
I appreciate that.
Most definitely.
Believe in me. Just believe in me. Believe what you feel, not what you see. Believe in your heart, believe in me. Just believe.
Bezz Believe, doing big things, entertainment. Yeah, true story.
I know she worried about me